Such a beautiful thing when career and passion come together. If you're anything like me, you have been working a day job, or you're currently at a day job, or perhaps you're a full-time entrepreneur. um, you probably will relate to this. I would invite you to watch this video, as I'm going to share with you how I'm strategically building my speaking business. Now, if you don't know me by now, I occasionally show up and share with you my journey with hopes to inspire you to know that if I can do it, you absolutely can do it as well. And so I'm today a social media content coach as well as a creator. I create social media content for my clients. I coach them on how to gain visibility organically using social media. And along the way of doing that, I have developed skills that I did not know that I had inside of me. And that is the beauty of going through your self discovery, right? And making sure that you continuously develop your skills. And so today, what I want to talk to you about is how passion and career can come together and create something beautiful for you. I recently had a few practice calls for upcoming talks that I have been booked to speak at. And what I have encountered are questions that have ignited me to answer my experience in corporate America alongside my experience of being an entrepreneur. And it fulfills me so much to highlight that my experience in corporate America, which was a great career, has really ignited a lot of what I'm able to do for my business, which is my passion. And so, what I want to share with you is that speaking is powerful, but speaking strategically is even better. Now, I tell my clients this all the time. I want you to gain visibility. And with that, speaking is definitely one of the things that you want to infuse in your marketing as you show up in person or even virtually, so that you can broaden your impact as much as possible. Listen, we are our own PRs, especially if we're brand new in business. I know I am for sure for myself, always been the one creating opportunities for my business. And so I want to invite you to know that the opportunities will come. However, it's going to take you to want to have those opportunities happen. Now, what I want to highlight is that not every opportunity is a good opportunity. Hence why it is very critical, in my opinion, and you'll know this when you work with me in gaining your visibility organically online with your marketing and even offline. We'll talk about that. I'm actually getting ready to go to my second in-person networking event with my local chamber of commerce today. So that's also, speaking and networking and gaining visibility. But all that to say, you have to make sure that when you secure podcast guesting opportunities, or perhaps speaking virtually at a summit, or like what I'm going to do is speaking in person in front of a crowded audience, you have to make sure that you're curating speaking opportunities that are aligned with your brand messaging so that it resonates more. All that to say, don't take every single speaking opportunity your way until you really digest and review if you're actually going to be able to bring in value to this audience that you're exploring speaking to. And I remember like it was yesterday, my very first in-person speaking engagement for my business was at Facebook Boost Your Business event that they were having in my local town. I was selected to be one of the four speakers to speak on behalf of Facebook in 2018. And from that point, I realized that my passion to be a leader, which was my corporate C-suite level for a very long time, and my passion for digital marketing married themselves. Now they didn't marry themselves as of yet. They met. And then since then, I was like, okay, you guys are gonna be dating because you have to get married and make babies. And so now we're making babies because I'm actively building my speaking business. That was such a weird analogy, but hopefully you figured it out what I'm trying to say. Um, Marketing is something that I did not go to school for. I went to college and have my master's degree in hospitality management and business management and international business management. None of my classes, I mean, we talked about marketing, but none of it had to do with, building a business. It was like, one of the classes that needed to be taken in order for me to get my credits. So all that to say, listen, I did not know how to market either. And you're probably watching me and saying, girl, I don't know how to do this. This is crazy. I get it. And this is why I do what I do. I've been able to build a business organically. Now, am I going to run ads eventually one day for my business? I think so. But I truly believe that the organic traction at first is a great foundation. And then it's a great metrics to get you to, okay, open up your wallet, take that credit card and start giving the book some of your money so that you can reach more people. But you got to start organically, is what I believe. Now, we may agree to disagree, but I think it's very important. Now, there are different things when it comes to building a speaking engagement. I have to say, I'm fortunate enough to have had invested in a speaker coach most recently, a few months ago now, to help me leverage and really structure myself to be able to build a speaking business. And I'm so grateful for him for giving me all the tools and the practice and all the structure to do that. You need to ask for help. I knew that I love to speak. I knew that my passion was to talk about digital marketing, and that's my love. And I knew that I wanted to share my story alongside with my passion. And I asked for help. I invested in help. I invested in support because I knew that I couldn't do it by myself. And so I'm telling you this because it does require us to invest in ourselves. It does require us to, yeah, open up that wallet and say yes to yourself. It's scary. I remember investing in my first business coach and thinking to myself, where in the world am I going to get this money? I had no clients, right? But I knew deep down inside that the risk that I was taking by investing in me was the right thing to do. Building a brand is not an overnight thing. I believe that you and I have the ability and the luxury, and we have the permission to build a legacy and wealth for ourselves and our loved ones. I do want to tell you, though, that it does require you to show up. There's no quick around way, at least that I'm aware of, that's going to have you, not have to get up and connect and actually open your mouth. I have yet to find that tool. If you know it, let me know. But it does require you and I to say, I need to show up, whether it's videos like this or an email that you follow up with, or, you just got to show up. You just got to show up every single day and create opportunities for your business. And so speaking is definitely something that I know that has played a very big part in the growth of my visibility online. I have made sure to do it strategically and took notes as I was going through it so that I can make sure that you avoid the mistakes that I've made. And one of the biggest mistakes that I know that I've made, and I'm sharing with you again, as I said at the top of the conversation, is to take every single speaking opportunities and not really thinking through your brand identity and your brand message. That's a big mistake in my opinion, and I learned from that. And there's many other things that needs to be put into consideration when you're looking at building a speaking business. But again, if this is something that you are passionate about, wanting to speak more, and that you agree with me that the more you speak in strategic places that you know you can impact to grow your business, meaning selling from the stage, and we're talking stages, podcast is a stage, being a guest, virtual summits is a stage, being a keynote speaker, in person is a stage, going to your networking events in person is a stage. All of these are stages. Whenever you open your mouth to share knowledge and impact, it's a stage. And so if this is something that you also agree is an important piece of your marketing, I want to invite you to reach out to me so that we can talk about what you've done, because alongside with the doing it also comes making sure that you build your brand assets and visuals so that you can get more of those speaking engagements, which is why it's important to have a content marketing strategy that works with your business goals and your personality, which is what I do. And so I wanted to show up today, as I do very occasionally, to continue to inspire you through my own story and my own journey, to let you know that 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever it is, when I made the decision to say no to the norm, coming back from a trip from India from my job, I was on the plane for what it was, 13 hours, just feeling so sick and just sick and tired of the thought of me having to go back to that office. Although I love my career, it was, it gave me a lifestyle that I know that I'm grateful for. But deep inside, I was not, I didn't have joy. I was happy, but I didn't have joy. And that moment, I said, okay, I'm going to say no to the norm. I got to figure this out. And so I want to tell you, listen, I'm not perfect. I will never be perfect. My journey is never going to end when it comes to building my brand, because I want to say that to you because things change all the time. And who knew that, today I'd be doing what I'm doing. So I don't know what's going to happen 3, 4, 5 years from now. But what I do know is that I will be continuously impacting lives. I will be continuously helping people like yourself that are sick and tired of being sick and tired of whatever is going on in your life and make something out of it. It takes a lot of guts to want to do something different. And it takes a lot of mindset muscle work to want to do something different. Do I have haters? Do I have silent followers? Do I have people doubting me? Absolutely. We all do. We all do. If you didn't, it wouldn't make sense. This is why it's important for you to have everything balanced out. Money's energy, it's going to come. And I'm saying this because for a very long time, I didn't believe that I could actually survive on my own without benefits from a corporate America job and a salary and a paycheck every 2 weeks. I didn't believe that. And I was broke, no clients, nothing. And I wanted to give up several times. And I have to tell you, being able to speak consistently and has helped me, my business, that is, build my personal brand. And so if speaking is something that you've done or you're doing and you want to amplify, because I've met a lot of people that I was surprised to find out that they had so much traction when it comes to speaking, yet I wasn't seeing any of it on their content. And I'm like, you want to speak more, yet you're not even strategically presenting yourself with your content as a speaker for others to know that you're available, right? So there's a way to position your content so that you're strategically marketing yourself to ensure that organically people are taking notice that you are available to be a keynote speaker or a speaker for their mastermind or all of those things that I've done to date, and who knows what else I'm going to be doing. And TED Talk is on my list. So you know how I love to share my journey with you. So cross your fingers. Let's see what happens. Follow me, continue to follow me, pray for me. Who knows? I will be on that red carpet one day. And I'm being authentically vulnerable with you because it's a way for me to keep myself accountable for those goals that I have for myself personally and for my business. And so that's the quick conversation that I wanted to have with you today. Build a speaking business. It's going to help you gain visibility organically and grow your business, your coaching business, consulting business. That is for sure. Okay.